So we're looking at inverse functions. Now inverse functions are written with a little -1 here. So how do we do this? Well, we're going to do a bit of working out. Instead of having fx equals, we're going to have y equals. We're going to have y equals, and then we're going to write out the function like this. And the object is to make x the subject of the equation. Now to do that means I leave x on its own here. So I'm going to add 2 to both sides. Now the x has still got a 3 with it, but I can make the 3 disappear by dividing this side by 3 and dividing the other side by 3. So it's just a bit of algebra there. And I've almost finished. Now x is the subject. This part here is my inverse function. But when I rewrite it, I write it as f to the -1 x. And I replace this y with an x. So instead of y plus 2, it becomes x plus 2. Because in my function, I only have these x's. So we're going to do another more complicated one here, following the same idea. So we're going to start off, instead of gx, we're going to make it y. We're going to have x plus 1 squared minus 5. We're going to make x the subject of the equation. Now to do that, I'm going to add 5 to both sides. And I'm still left with this x plus 1 and a squared sign. To get rid of the squared sign, you need to do the opposite of squared, which is square root. So I'm going to take the left-hand side and I'm going to square root the left-hand side. And when I square root the right-hand side, I have that. Now I'm just going to take away 1. So be careful as you do this, because this bit that's inside the square root and the -1, they're kind of separate. The -1 doesn't go inside here. And then we finish off by turning this y into an x. So think about all that algebra that you've done as you're working out, and the final answer becomes x plus 5. All of that inside, and then our -1 outside.